Hey there, welcome back. This is Marc, and you are here listening to the Elemental Podcast. I hope your day has been swell. My couple of weeks, since I did the last episode, has been very exciting. And positive? Well, yes and no, but certainly plenty of highlights, which I may elaborate on shortly. I think the biggest one being the somewhat uncovering of what my special needs daughter may be going through. We've suspected some kind of seizures happening for a while now, but have now found some potential links to what it may exactly be. So yeah, I'll share that at a later stage once there's a little bit more information. But yeah, that's been a highlight for sure. And yes, there's been some challenging times with those behaviours as well. But again, that's for another time. Right now, I'm going to do my best to talk through the remainder of my 10 focus points for the year that is 2026. And since I've had this focus, I've realised that, I wouldn't say realised, but I've felt this energy, this enormous amount of positivity. I feel like a fire's been lit inside, and it's certainly not heartburn. I know the difference. This is a passion. I can feel it. So yeah, I would love to continue talking about these. Now, I've shared up to number 6 on my socials. So I'm going to be pretty much speaking from the heart here. All I have are the headlines, and I will dig down deeper into each of those as we work through them. So here we go. Let's kick off. And if you haven't, if you're listening to this one first, I do recommend going back and listening to the first episode, which should be quite easy to find, and have a listen to the 5 things that I've noted there. And yeah, I also had some great feedback about that. It was a very nervous time, but I just blurted everything out, and had some structure and some interested people with some ideas on other things to cover in the future. So stay tuned. I'm really excited to be sharing my learnings and my thoughts and ideas, etc. And yeah, as I said, go back and check out that other one if you haven't already. So let's kick off. So number 6, actually, you know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to share what I'm doing right now. So at the moment, I am sitting in my car. It's almost 7:30 p.m. and I'm parked in the car park of the local shopping centre. I have a car park overhead light shining down on my book so I can see. There is a beautiful quarter moon up in the sky, which I took some photos of earlier, and I'm essentially hiding, not from anyone in particular, just from the world, so I can have some peace and quiet. My kids are safe and sound in good hands, and I'm here to chat. We're 5 minutes into the podcast, and I have not really delivered on anything yet, so I just wanted to share those bits and pieces. Let's get stuck into it. So, number 6. Now, this one is about excitement and overdoing it, and the differences between those two things. So, it's talking about me being excited about something versus me just trying to show that I know what I'm doing or I know what I'm talking about, and it's a nervousness level of energy that just takes over. So it's about, I guess, repressing what I truly desire to communicate, and giving myself permission to step outside of that repressed state or fear state of just talking for the sake of talking and just overdoing it. And I know that I'm not alone in this, and I don't know if other people recognize that they do it, but there's something that I do when I may be nervous or working through something, and I'll just talk and talk and talk and talk and not know when to shut the hell up. So it's about recognizing that and not dancing around what I truly want to say, and being strategically honest about where my head is at. And the other part of it is, the other type is just being truly excited about something. So if I'm excited about something that's presented to me, whether it's an idea or a picture or a painting, whatever it is, showing my genuine excitement is one thing, and talking about what makes me feel excited, what about it makes me feel excited, to the other type being just talking and talking and talking to either dance around saying the right thing or not. So I do see and experience that with other people, and I think, like most things, it's a self-awareness, and there's no real major harm in either of these, but to be my true self, which is a theme of pretty much all of these 10 points, is the priority. So I want to be excited about the things I'm excited about, and I want to speak my truths as to why I am excited about them, and not be scared or nervous to speak those truths. And some of those truths I'll share in future episodes around what my beliefs are, what my belief systems are, what my values are. And some of them may seem a bit strange to some people, but they are things that give me more purpose to continue doing the things that I do. So hopefully that makes sense. So moving right along, we have number 7, and I'll just read it out. My depth and intensity are powerful. I must seek ways to use it in ways that don't create emotional barriers. And I'm not sure why, but I've written Capricorn in brackets underneath that. So whether that's a specific Capricorn trait, I will talk to that now if I can work out what I meant by that. But feedback that I've received over the years is that I can be a bit intense, and I can certainly be deep in my thoughts. And what I like to grab onto is basically when I believe in something, when I have an idea, that's when I speak up. And I guess in a group setting, I'm generally the guy that will sit there that I will ponder, I will think about it, I'll be calm and considered, let other people speak their points, see those other people that just blurt out lots and lots and lots of words, not necessarily making the points that need to be made, or being constructive. And yeah, when I truly believe in something and I want to share it, it's because I've thought deeply about it. That can be frustrating for other people sometimes. I totally understand. It can be frustrating that I'm not, speaking up more often. But when I do contribute, it's deeply welcomed. So in terms of, seeking ways to use it that don't create emotional barriers. I think, when we talk about depth and intensity, I can get quite passionate about it. So I may be quiet for some time and let others speak their mind. But then when it just clicks, I'm quite intense about it, and I believe in it, and I'm passionate about it. And that can put people off. I feel like, yes, I do need to be considerate of other people and their reactions to my thoughts and ideas. But at the same time, I welcome the conversation. It's not something that people should become defensive about. It's essentially, me sparking an idea that I believe in, and I would love to be challenged on it. So I don't want to create any barriers with other people. I just need to be mindful of how I react to other people's reactions, I guess. Yeah. So that's number 7. I am pondering that right now. Anyway, yes. So number 8 is, I kind of spoke to that just before, and it's building my foundations. I have a lot of values, and the things that I value, or the beliefs that I have had, for my adult life, there's a lot that still sticks now, but I would say that over the last five or so years, that my beliefs and values have been studied, they've been reset, they've been tested, they've been workshopped, they've been through the ringer time and time again. And the thing that's really sparked my positivity now is that I have that foundation of things that I truly believe in. And those things are what I want to talk about in detail on the next episode. But for right now, I guess to touch on it lightly is, I've always wondered why we are here, and I won't get too deep and philosophical right now, but my belief is that each person to their own, and whatever belief drives their purpose is their reason for getting up in the day and moving forward, providing that nobody or no living thing is harmed. I have no concern. Each to their own. And for me, personally, I have my purpose, and it does, of course, always revolve around my daughters, but I also need to do things for me that make me a valued person within my community or network. So if you don't know what that is for yourself, I really would encourage some exploration. I think, from what I see out there, there's a lot of people that do just live day to day, or they are driven by money to save up for things or a holiday. And, at some point in life, money and things take a back seat. So, I'll leave it at that, because I'd like to dig into that a lot deeper on the next episode. So, yeah. Number nine. Recognize the feeling of disempowerment when I'm not being true to myself. Now, this is, again, I'm talking about, me being me and honouring the true me. And I guess it's another tool for me to be aware of and use when I am not honouring myself, the true me. So there's been times in the past where I've made myself a bit smaller for people in certain situations, and that's because of self-doubt and me not believing I have the capability or the know-how, or maybe someone else is better suited or whatnot. And it's a real confidence thing, and I need to believe in myself enough and consistently to be the guy that can make a difference. And I know deep down, and a lot more closer to the surface now, that I have a lot of value to offer to this world. And I'm not going to save the world or anything like that. Maybe I am, who knows, we'll see what happens. But I think that I have a lot to offer, hence why I'm starting to branch out and do things like this. So it's easy to let those doubtful thoughts sink in, but they take away your power and drain your energy. And I need to be I need to be aware of when that is happening. How? Good point. I think, in a lot of these things, it's just having a higher level of awareness. I guess, when we talk about EQ, so emotional awareness, it's emotional intelligence. So it's that's about how you recognize and understand where other people are at, but it's also, I believe, that it's important to be completely aware of how you are with yourself and the impact that you have on others. That's essentially a huge part of emotional intelligence anyway, but so that's number 9. And we're at the lucky last one. And as I read through this, I know just by looking at it right now how big it is going to be, because it's about vulnerability, and that's a hard one for a lot of people, to put themselves in a space where they are emotionally vulnerable. There's a... how do I explain it? It's a level of confidence, but when we're talking about relationships and how you are with other people, that's being vulnerable with somebody is it takes a lot of courage. And one thing that we'll delve into, that I would love to delve into at some stage, is attachment styles. It's a big thing that I studied over the last few years, and each person has their own attachment style, but you can learn and grow and take more ownership over what kind of attachment style you would love to have. So without a doubt, I was very anxious. I had a very anxious attachment style, and over the last 5 years, since separating from the mother of my kids, I've been through a roller coaster and have probably run away. I've run away from people, not because I wasn't happy with them. I've done it because I had so much nervous and anxious energy about the struggles with my home life and being a solo parent and being a special needs parent, and just overthinking just how difficult it would be, and being judged and all that kind of stuff, and it's taken me forcibly being single for well over a year or so to get that in order. So when I say, and this is the actual point here, number 10, to be vulnerable in every aspect, recognize the exhaustion that comes with holding on to being something or someone that I am not. No doubt, no fear, live true to my power. So I have dealt with my anxiety a lot, and there's still more to deal with. I'm not ashamed to say, like I take medication for anxiety. I would love to not need that one day, and going to therapy will continue to help me achieve that goal. I know that in terms of getting back into dating now, that I'm well aware of that, and I'll continue to communicate that to future relationships that I'm in. But what I don't want to do is fall into that trap. I don't want to fall into that trap ever again of thinking that I'm not worthy, because I know that I am. And when I start to get in that mindset that it's all too hard, why would somebody want to be with me when it comes with all of this baggage? When I'm in that mindset, I destroy relationships. And I'm well aware of that now, and I know how to manage it. So, me being truthful and honest from the start is a big play. I don't want to wear a mask and pretend that everything is smooth sailing at home, because it's not. What's the point of covering it up when it's all going to flood? It's all coming out at some stage. It's unfair to me and my children, and it's certainly unfair to the other person in the relationship. So yeah, this is me, like, raw, being truthful with people or a person that I want to spend a lot more time with. They need to understand that it's not just me. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could delve into that a lot more, but that is probably also part of another episode. So yeah. Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of questions that can be asked about these, and I would love to expand on each of these points. I'll continue to post each point. As I said, I've done 6 of them so far. So, excuse me. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 more to go. I can't believe I had to count that on my fingers. Give me a spreadsheet any day for my mathematics. So yeah, please reach out. As I said, I'm always an open book. I'm ready for those questions, and I am here to help. Would also love to hear more about what you'd like to hear from me. A quick recap on who I am. I am a 40+ year old fella, and I'm a solo parent of 2 kids. One is complex special needs, non-verbal intellectual disability, and the other one is a feisty 7-year-old. I adore them both, and I have great supports. I'm also a guy that has spent an enormous amount of time in leadership roles for the majority of my career, so I have lots to offer in that space if people would like that can opened up. And yeah, I guess I'm going on a bit of a learning, growth, spiritual journey at the moment, which is the core of my focus. And I also have an enormous love for music. I've spent time in bands in my 20s and 30s, mainly punk, rock, metal type bands, but I have a love of pretty much all music. I'm not going to say that there's anything I don't like, but probably what I do like, aside from the ones that I've already mentioned, folk, kind of tribal, earthy type music, yeah, lots of things. I'm interested in what other sports. I love football, aka soccer. I love ice hockey. Go Avs. I love volleyball. I grew up playing volleyball through high school, and I've been in and out of it, playing at different levels. What else? Video games, Fallout, big fan. Sci-fi, horror. There's so much that I could delve into. So, yeah. Let me know what you want to hear. And if anybody would love to come and be a guest and talk shit, reach out. Or I'll reach out to you. Anyway, that's the end of episode 2. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. Prove that you've been here by putting a comment. What could it be? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, put that's what I'm talking about, or what's the other one I like to say? Just look at it. Will you look at that? Anyway, thanks for being here, folks. Much love. And keep on being kind to all things in this world. I'll come up with a better sign-off thing one day. Take care, y'all. Peace.